Hi, my name's John Foltz, and this is my wife Marisa. And we worked at the University of Arkansas with Campus Crusade for about 5 years and absolutely loved our time there. So what we really got excited about as far as Thailand is Grace International School, and the stint program that we have with them is it allows us as well as other families to educate our kids, but also to continue to go to the unreached people. My wife and I, after 3.5 years, we both speak the language here in Thailand. I work as the National Director of Leadership Development with our Thai staff. And what allows me to do that is because I have a place to send my kids. And so we'd love to challenge you guys to consider stinting here in Thailand with Grace International School. Right now we have 5 full-time stinters here in Thailand, and we'd love to grow that team to 10. One of the things we're praying for is more men. We're praying for men to come and be involved in our PE program and in some of the extracurricular programs. So consider stinting in Thailand with Campus Crusade.
So my name is Katie Whitehurst. I graduated from the University of Arkansas in 2014. I was involved with Crew throughout my 4 years of college, so got involved kind of right away. My RA, my freshman year in Reed, was involved with Crew, and she ended up being my Bible study leader, community group leader. And that's just kind of how it got started, and went on a summer project after my first year. So it's just been really neat to see what God's done in and through Crew during my college years.
I'm Caitlin Davis. I graduated from the University of Arkansas in 2014, and then I graduated again in 2015 with my master's degree. I became involved with Crew my junior year of college. I actually accepted Christ through a Crew staff member when I was a junior, and I continued to be involved with Crew in my junior and senior years at Arkansas. About 6 months after accepting Christ, I went on my first missions trip, and it was crazy and terrifying. It really kind of solidified a love for international missions in my heart right from the beginning of my walk with God. I did another trip right after I graduated, and at that point I had heard about Grace International School here in Thailand, and I knew that it was kind of the perfect, seemingly perfect combination of a job that I loved in teaching kids, but also with the love I had kind of been given by God for international missions and for traveling and being able to share the gospel with people around the world. So I became a missionary because I was given the opportunity to go on mission trips when I was in college through Crew, and just really foster that love for sharing the gospel around the world.
So senior year of college, in November, my discipler, Megan Fenderson, challenged me to a month of no stress November, where I couldn't think about the future, that I couldn't stress about the future, which was really healthy and good, as I was just freaking out about what to do next. There were a couple different options. Ended up going to grad school, but really still had a heart for missions, heart for what God was doing overseas. And was able to come and visit this international school here in Thailand. And it was just really neat to see, just kind of what I'm passionate about work-wise, getting to teach and specifically work with middle schoolers, and then a job opening up at Grace International School that I was able to just kind of hop right in, and God opened all of these doors so that I was able to not only use my degree, use what I'd been working for 4 years undergrad, 1 year in grad school, but now getting to love on the kids that He's placed in my classroom. So I think what's really neat about Thailand is that it's strategically placed in the 1040 window, and that all of the countries that surround Thailand are closed, that you're not necessarily allowed to talk about your faith, about God. And I think what's really neat about Thailand is it's kind of this missionary hub, where missionaries that come from East Asia and India and Indonesia and all these different countries, as well as people that are working with Thais, local people, just are wanting to have a great, education, a great place to send their kids to school, and we get to help serve, hundreds of different missionary families by just teaching, just doing what we're called to do. So it's, I think, one really neat thing about Thailand is it's just kind of this, just strategic point in Asia.
Things about being involved in ministry in a country with less than 1% of Christians is a lot of the people that hear the gospel for the first time, it's the first time they've ever heard of Jesus' name. And just this semester, one of our campus directors in Chiang Mai at a university called Meizhou University shared the gospel with 3 young men. And these 3 young men were so excited about hearing about God's love, but more so God's hope. You see, in this country, they live their lives hoping that they can do enough good. And if they do enough good, they'll be reincarnated as a good person or a rich person. And it's this kind of like pendulum, like, I just hope my good outweighs my bad. Then they hear about a God that loves them and the penalty's been paid for their sins. And it excites them. It's freedom. I mean, they sleep at night with a peace in their heart. And so with these 3 young men, they accepted Christ. Not only do they accept Christ, they're eager to serve God. They're out there every day sharing their faith with their friends, saying, hey, you don't have to live in fear. You don't have to go to bed wondering, if I die tonight, did I do enough good? You can know with all your heart. And so for us, just hearing stories like that reminds us that the sacrifice of living overseas, saying goodbye to your families, letting go of maybe a dream you've had since you've been a young man, it's worth it, because the lives that change in our ministry and through Grace International School as well. So once again, really challenge you guys, take a step of faith. Come spend 1 year with us in Thailand and be a part of seeing Southeast Asia changed.